What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Asian Men Can't Jump. Today we're going to be talking about Ja Hood Morant. So, Jacob, you're the Ja Morant expert. What do you think about this?
You know, he's out for 4 games, 4 more games as of a few minutes ago from ESPN. So I'll miss the very important game tomorrow against the Warriors, which will make it a total of 6 games that he's suspended. So, I mean, I don't really know what to make of the situation because
What do you mean you don't know what
I'm
to
a
make
Grizzly
of it?
fan, so I'm not gonna.
Okay,
I'm not gonna like.
listen, here's what I think about the situation. Ja is going way too far. Like, he's doing all these unnecessary things that are not only hurting his career, but his team's career, his team's future, playoff runs, whatever. He's hurting all the chances in that just to what? To beat up a 17-year-old guy, flashy guy on Instagram.
Just to
people
make
think-
himself look cool, essentially.
To look cool, but no one thinks he does. They just
Because he's
people-
not.
Yeah.
He is from the hood. Like he is from a neighborhood. But his dad was a basketball player. His dad literally made him in a court for him just to practice. His dad trained with him. His dad basically built his entire career. And it's not like I'm not trying to like point at anyone who came from the hood and did well in the NBA, like that their dad wasn't involved in anything, because I think it's just like it's really disrespectful to call yourself from the hood, because that says like you had no resources and you came from the top, and that's just like really disrespectful to people who actually did that.
Yeah, and even from like a point of lying, like no one believes that he is hood in the first place, and it's just hurting his image even more. Like people used to at least like him for his basketball, his dunks, but now with all this outside controversy, he's kind of seeming to become a little more like Kyrie. You know, he's involving himself with all these unnecessary things where he should just be hooping.
Yeah. He needs to
Yeah.
focus on basketball, not other stuff.
No, stop disrespecting his goals, bro. If he wants to make it out the NBA, he can make it out the NBA.
Okay.
Make it out the NBA.
Yeah, that's his goal.
Yeah,
He's gonna be the first player.
We appreciate that, NPC. Anyways, Paul Pierce did make a pretty good point, because like he said that if you're black and you're rich, you become in danger, because like maybe Ja, he just made some like enemy. This sounds really corny, but he made like enemies on his way to the NBA, which doesn't really make sense. But I don't. He doesn't have the need to like flash his gun and show his danger, and I really am talking to no one here, right?
What do you mean?
What's so interesting? Oh, Dennis is
Yeah,
actually.
Dennis has been
Oh,
playing.
Dennis is rizzing
I'm
someone
searching-
up right now.
I'm
So
searching
listen,
the-
so Dennis is as our least useful member. We actually have another member here who's a cameraman and is more useful than Dennis. So Dennis is, he's playing stickman. So just the same way he doesn't camp. But anyways, back to Ja Morant. I think it's in the end, his career is kind of dependent on some of these moments. A lot of whether he'll be in the league, these suspensions, eventually they'll rack up and become a concern, like they are for Kyrie. So, we'll see. Obviously, as time moves on, there is an investigation for him carrying a gun on the fly right now. And if proved, it's up to a 50-day suspension. So
Which would be completely detrimental.
Yeah.
Detrimental to the Grizzlies. They have shown that they can play without Ja, but I think that
it's gonna hurt them a lot.
it's gonna hurt them. Like
It's not gonna hurt them a lot.
Yeah, T.S.
Let's be
Jones. I
honest.
won't lie, he's a very good
Did you
player.
say T.S. Jones?
T.S. Tuis, whatever. He's the same NPC player, but
Okay.
he does really good when when Ja is out for injury, and in this case
The
suspension.
Grizzlies can win without Ja. That is.
Yeah,
They
is
can,
that's
but-
basically what I'm trying to say.
But the record is also a big part of the record is because of Ja. It's a
Well,
lot
first
because
off,
of the
last 2
27
games-
points per game he gets.
I know T.S. Jones got like 81 fantasy points. Does anyone know how many actual points he got? Like
25. He got
25,
5 steals. He
10
got 5
He had
steals.
10
he had
assists, I think?
21 points in the third quarter himself.
Yeah,
I mean,
is
that
a
one
good
game
player.
against Clipper, the Grizzlies had 51 points in the third quarter.
On a similar note,
We're up 10, and then they choked the game away. So they can't really execute in the fourth quarter without Ja, because he is the centerpiece when it comes down to clutch situations. And same thing against the Lakers too. It was a very close game till the end, and we lost by like
Yeah, so
9. So
you're in-
can't finish without Ja. So
You're in
that's
a
really
fantasy
important.
league, pick up T.S. Jones.
T.S.
Yeah, that's
But yeah.
our fantasy keystone of the day.
Yeah, I definitely think the 50-day suspension, if proved, will be very detrimental to his career, the Grizzlies' playoff run, career in terms of longevity. If he eventually does try to leave Grizzlies, it's definitely gonna be a kind of stain on his otherwise pretty bright career. So, other than
50
Ja,
games end of this season.
Yeah.
The playoffs, obviously, and a good majority of next season.
yeah,
On a similar note, Joe Mixon, the Bengals running back, I think like a day or two ago, he
It
was.
was not a day or two ago, it was like a long time ago.
Yes.
No, I'm pretty sure. I saw the news recently, but he was involved in a gun violence incident close to us. It was like Oakwood. Yeah.
Oh, a shooter? What?
Yeah, shooting at a house of Bengals player Joe Mixon. So this really brings up the question: is if we should really treat these players like role models because yeah, they have great work ethics, but are they really like morally great people? So I think like it'll play a really big role in how we view sports and how the sports industry will change because obviously sports players are people to look up to at times like Tom Brady. You got all these great role models. You got LeBron, who came from nothing, became
Curry.
something. Curry, same thing. Yeah, you've got these great
Even
players, but
MJ.
you also, huh?
Even MJ.
MJ, yeah. Okay, we'll not get into that.
Okay.
We'll put that in the bloopers of last episode's mania.
Okay, that's mostly Jacob and Dennis as well. But
Yeah,
anyways,
true.
moving on from John Morant,
Blaming
let's
the
talk
Chinese
about.
people.
Okay, you.
We're not getting into
Moving
this.
on from John Morant, let's move on to Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard, it happened a while ago, but he has now with his 71-point performance, he has 15 games with 50 plus points and 51 games with 40 plus points. He's tied with Donovan Mitchell for the 6th most points scored in an NBA game. And this arises the question: is NBA scoring broken? International players like Jokic, Luka, and Giannis have all said that it's harder to score in the Europa League than the NBA. So, what do you guys think? Is NBA scoring truly broken? What's up with this? Has defense fallen off? Has offense just completely obliterated the strength of defense? And what's going on?
On a note about Dame, I traded him away to our cameraman, and I cannot like when he was like a 45 average. I cannot be more upset right now.
Yeah,
No,
well, I traded
Dame-
him away preseason to you, so.
Yeah, but that was like at a different time. At that time, Dame, he was like getting a lot better. He was like a 47, I think. And I was like, no way he lasts this long, right? Every player has their regression. And then all of a sudden, he drops a 118 or 108. I forgot the exact number, but it was just it makes me so mad.
You didn't answer his question.
Yeah.
Eh,
What's
I
the
don't
question
really.
again?
I
The
said
answer
I
is,
said
the
on
answer
a
is
I said
yes.
on a different.
Players are just getting better, and
Oh,
people
yeah,
are
that was
just
the question.
people are just like lacking. They're just like slacking on defense because like back when like Kobe was still in the league, he had like that mentality of defense was gonna win games, right? But nowadays, like a lot of like teams, they kind of push the offensive narrative more than the defensive narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. We have players like Trae Young, who are
Who
star
do not play
players,
defense at all,
who
bro.
could not play defense for their life. They can have all their family members held at gunpoint.
And he
They-
still was
Yeah.
the points
With
leader
eight-
last
with
season.
8 turnovers too. Yeah, he's not like
But he was the turnovers leader too last
Yeah.
season.
great achievement for
He
him.
cannot play defense, bro.
But yeah, it really shows, how NBA players have seemed to kind of let go of the whole second half of the game playing defense. So, I don't know. Is there anything you guys can think that can kind of fix this problem? Is
I
there,
think
is it just a mentality thing? We gotta wait for a really strong defensive player to come in, and then everybody
this
will come
is-
back and see defense. Or
This might be a really hot take, but I think it's a big part of it is like the entertainment of the NBA.
Yeah.
Just like if you see an entire team get locked down,
It's not fun.
not fun. You like no
That's
one can
cap,
score
bro.
unless it's
More-
like your team. Like if you're
Bro,
watching,
if you're playing defense and like you have that like
We're not talking
energy, yeah, but like you're saying, it won't.
Points equals more entertainment.
Yeah,
I mean, the
only
only
thing
blocks
that-
also equals
I mean,
that
look at the
too.
look
Like,
at the Clippers.
the
and
highlights.
Kings.
Yeah,
the
one,
highlights.
like both teams have 170 points. That and what made the exciting. The game
Yeah, but
exciting.
the highlights also show blocks, right? Blocks.
Yeah,
like
but-
what if you get an insane block? That changes the whole game's like.
Like
you
John
have your like momentum, right? If you get a huge block on defense, offense will be way easier because the other team will get like flustered.
Yeah,
so it
yeah.
actually changes like.
I
how
was
you
gonna
shoot.
agree with that. I think the one thing about that is
That's a good point.
you don't get blocks that often. I feel like the essential idea of like
Jared
just like
Jackson's averaging.
okay,
10
sure.
blocks per-
I'm saying the essential lockdown of defense where it's without even if it doesn't if like just forcing a turnover, not a steal, but like forcing a bad pass, anything like that is something that is definitely looked down upon in the NBA. It's not exciting to watch. It's not something people enjoy. And no one like sees a great defensive play where they force a bad pass and like start getting excited unless they're a coach or something like that. But it kind of just shows you where the NBA defensively is being headed. And as I said earlier, is there anything you guys think? Is there anything wrong with this? Is this okay? Should it just be the new normal or?
I mean, as long as the NBA continues to make money, we're gonna keep seeing this.
It's the new normal because like they don't even care. As long as they get the viewership, then they're just gonna maintain it.
Because yeah, you just have to remember the NBA is a business. It's not like a league. It's a business that's privately owned, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah,
It,
it's private- yes,
it is
privately
privately owned. But yeah, obviously the game's changing, and we'll just continue to see it change and evolve to meet whatever expectations it needs to.
But half of the problem with the scoring thing is literally just the refs, bro. Like everyone can admit
That's
the
true.
refs are just like horrible. Like
And I
they've
think
James
been,
Harden.
they've been bad, but like these couple
Yeah.
years have been like the worst.
I definitely think that is part of what to do with the NBA. I think it could be that the league is tightening up, trying to, play it have it so that defense isn't that treated as seriously. It just a lot more fouls on defense, so people can get higher points. You can see more of these superstars like SJ, for example. I think he's averaging like 13 to 15 free throw attempts per game, and it's like crazy insane.
Embiid,
Yeah,
Giannis.
Embiid. All these players getting insane amount of free throw attempts. Obviously.
But at the same time, it's their skill that's getting them to the line. Like half of the time, it's like maybe refs, but like the other half, you have to have skill in order to like get to the free throw line. That's
Definitely,
part
yeah.
of the game.
Shai is averaging 10.7 free throws attempts per game,
Okay.
so that's a lot.
Yeah, that is definitely a lot. Harden's probably the best example.
2018
and-
Harden.
yeah,
there was a
MVP in
game, I
2018
believe,
Harden.
where 24 out of 38 points were all free throws.
Yeah.
He was like, I think, 13 or something from the field, and 24 from 24 for free throw. That
Yeah.
is just completely like unreasonable.
Completely bonkers, yeah.
Yeah.
But other than scoring in the NBA, we have the Paul Gasol jersey.
Wait,
retirement.
can I say one more thing?
Alright.
So
Damian
Jokic and Doncic, these are like interchangeably the top two players in the league right now. Maybe you can include Giannis and Embiid in the conversation, but Jokic
all
you have to.
international players.
Yeah, all international players, and you know why? It's because they play the game at a completely different pace. If you just look at how they play so slow, but it's so graceful.
Yeah, they really work the defense. They're not trying to get a flashy dunk or a flashy shot the way that players like Stephen Curry or John Morant try.
And
Instead, they work the defense, play slow, play as a team, and go to the bucket, get a nice shot or get to the line.
and
Hey,
to-
building-
oh, yeah.
Building on that point, do you guys think that international players will take over the NBA?
Okay, so obviously I personally don't like watching players like that because I like seeing players like AI. I like seeing players like Kyrie who can just do the most bonkers moves ever and still play the game at a fast pace, and I think that affects like that. Going back to that entertainment side, I think these two players with their slower paces are definitely gonna affect like maybe just like entertainment value, and if players really like if fans want to watch them. Like, be honest, guys. Do you guys really like enjoy like watching Luka and Jokic play? Or-
Luka, yes.
Jokic,
no.
I
Jokic
can
is really
Jokic, I
boring
can
to
say
watch.
he
Jokic
is
is
like
so
he's not a dominant person you expect. I thought like
He doesn't seem dominant, but he is.
if you ask someone and tell like their exact like Jokic's exact build, they would think he was like the next coming of Shaq.
Yeah.
But he's just a playmaker and
Yeah.
just passes the ball and forms assists.
But you can't hate on him because he makes the
Yeah,
right.
you
He
can't-
makes the right plays.
you
all
can't
He
the
hate
time.
definitely does.
He has
It's
some
just
really
like
good
boring,
IQ.
a little more boring to watch him than players like Stephen Curry or John Morant. That's a lot of reason that John Morant, as we said earlier, has the following that he does until he does. all
Yeah,
this stupid stuff.
obviously a big counter to this is Giannis. He's the most explosive player,
Yeah.
or one of the most explosive players in the league right now.
Probably the most explosive. I can't think of anyone more.
Ja.
And
In my opinion, Ja's the most
Most
Giannis.
explosive when it comes to
But
like, getting hit with
most
his case.
explosive with his gunpowder.
Yeah.
All right,
We're talking about Damian Lillard because we barely talked about him.
that's true. But
I mean,
I
we're not-
tried to talk about
I
it.
mean, what else do you guys want to talk about Dame? I mean, he's good player. He
Uh,
could-
yeah, Abirni-
He's a good player.
Abirni Simmons, he's gonna be out. He did come back, I
And
think.
Freddie Simon.
You said a Beanie Simmons.
He came back in for a game against the Pelicans, and then I think he's out again. So yeah, we'll have to see how this affects Dame and Nurkic, you know that dude,
Nurk.
Jusuf Nurkic. He's still out, I think. Jacob, that's right. You have him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still out.
He's been
so
out,
he's-
bro.
Yeah.
It's been like 3 weeks. Does not wanna come
so we're
back.
seeing a lot of like young talent emerging, like especially from their trades. Matthias Thybulle, what's that? other
Matisse
dude?
Thybulle.
Shaden
Shaden
Sharp.
Sharp. Yeah, I was about to say that. Chill out. Chris Dunn went to the Jazz. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But
so,
Dame's
Portland
pretty much.
as a finals contender,
Hell
playoff
no.
run.
Who?
nowhere
No.
close.
The Pelicans?
Nowhere.
No, in the not
Blazers.
Sorry, the
nowhere
Blazers.
close.
No, what?
No.
Are they I'm not this year, but in the next.
As much as I
upcoming
want
years.
Dame
No,
to win
Dame
it.
is not going to win a championship.
As
'cause
much
he's
as I
old.
want Dame's loyalty to
Dame
win
needs
him
to
a
go,
ring,
bro. That's
he
what-
needs to.
Did you hear his reasoning though? Why he wants to stay? He said
Wow.
that just like how remember how Westbrook moved from OKC and ever since then he's kind of been on a downhill trend. He said that sometimes it's like
Same with Kyrie, kind of.
Not really. Kyrie's always
not
been
really.
him though.
But like,
But he's always been a follower.
in my opinion, I think Kyrie kind of just like fell. when
Okay.
he went-
Irrelevant from Kyrie, I
When-
think the reason that Dame isn't gonna move is just because he feels like his whole legacy will be ruined even more if
His
he
whole
loses
legacy,
the team.
he barely has a legacy.
Dude,
Yeah.
he
won,
what
like,
he made in
nothing.
Portland is bigger than championships, bro. He brought loyalty.
I just want him to win some award, like MVP.
He's
Yeah.
not winning.
3-point
not winning.
contest winner. He
He
probably
did.
He did win that this season, right?
I
Yeah.
think he has 2 of them. He won
He has one.
this year.
That is not an
He has
achievement
one.
to flex.
Okay, I think we
Alright.
should move on.
Julius Randle was in a 3-point competition.
That was so funny.
Julius
Dude,
Randle.
did you see
You
his
see
son
his son,
crying
yeah.
in the stands? Dude, he was telling his pop-up to get out of there. You do not belong.
But in game, he's pretty.
He's a good
He had that
player.
really nice game winner against
Hey,
the
give me
Heat.
him, Sarge.
I'm not giving you any.
That wasn't a really nice game. It was just a game winner.
Okay, then.
It
it's-
was
it's
really
like,
That
get
was
off-
that
bro,
was like
just
the
get off
worst
the
game
game.
winner I've ever seen. He
Bro,
fumbled the ball and
Yeah,
then
but he still
somehow
made
did
the
not
shot,
deserve
though.
it.
He still made that shot,
the
dog.
Curry,
Yeah, nothing beats the bang bang against
the Thunder.
OKC.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So
Free agency.
going
Or
away from
Pau Gasol?
Dame, let's hit Pau Gasol real quick. Just a quick recap.
Such a
He got his jersey retirement, 2 NBA championships, 6 All-Stars, Rookie of the Year, and then internationally he had a FIBA World Cup title, 3 Euro basket titles, 2 Olympic silver medals, and a bronze medal with the Spanish national basketball team.
More importantly, the brother of Marc Gasol. Yeah,
Okay.
my goat. Okay.
All right,
He
but
still play for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, he did.
Pau Gasol, he had a very what was it called? A very emotional speech about Kobe Bryant. It was nice, the jersey retirement in general, but
Yeah, play the video of like Kobe.
Yeah,
saying-
yeah, I'll put that up right now. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, I think Pau Gasol. Yeah, he's a very good player.
Was he a
yeah.
top 75? I don't think he was, right?
I hope he is because I don't know. He was just a great player,
I think
and
he is.
it's
Kobe wouldn't have won without him.
yeah. Kobe wouldn't have won without him.
He
That's
said it
why.
himself.
That's why Magic's better.
Okay, dude.
Okay,
Magic ain't
I'm
cool.
kidding. All right, but yeah, this is cool.
All right, so next we're gonna go to NFL
Pau
free
Gasol did
agency.
not make it the top 7.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
fine.
think he did. He should have been. in
But
the
yeah,
top
I think
25.
just one more thing to add. He
They
did
put,
like
what's the name in there? Wait, they put some other guy.
Manu
in there.
Ginobili. Ooh, bro.
I don't know, but some Pau Gasol, he's pretty good. He should have been. I don't think.
yeah, it kind of pushed like more European players to venture towards the NBA. Along like that 2000s era was a big step for European player inclusion in the NBA.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
That's great.
Anyways, let's move on to the
NFL.
NFL free agency update. Big news coming from New Orleans. The Saints have signed Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Jacob, you got the stats on that?
No, it's
Okay.
Derek Carr. The guy's like one of the top, like the worst
Top
5
worst.
quarterbacks.
Top worst 5 quarterbacks.
He's overhated, bro.
He's overhated because Raiders
He's
have some of
overhated
the
'cause
worst
they gave him
fans
a-
in the league.
They gave him a god squad and they couldn't win, bro.
I mean,
Look at that offense. We did
Darren
Devontae
Waller,
Adams,
Darren
Hunter
Waller was out
Renfrow,
for most of the
Josh
season.
Jacobs. Darren Waller was not that good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
come
he
on, bro.
is. He's like Travis
You only
Kelce,
know
but
him. You
worse.
only know him from Madden.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
He thinks he's a 98. Dude.
He's not a
He's
98.
good,
He has a
bro.
superstar.
Oh.
Oh. But anyways,
Who's better, T.J. Hawkinson or Darren Waller, according to Madden?
T.J. Hawkinson, easily.
Gotta say,
But T.J. Hawkinson doesn't have any abilities.
Oh yeah, that's more important.
Cause EA sucks. Okay, what can I do about
Yeah,
that?
EA change. Please update your game. Like make it realistic.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Let's
so,
talk about.
let's get on to the
Let's
rest
talk about
of
EA.
our questions about the
What the
NFL.
hell? Didn't even get to speak.
Yeah, I don't want you to speak anymore. You keep talking too much. But anyways,
The camera.
so few questions. Where will these players go? First of all, we got Daniel Jones. He $160 contract, being paid more than $160 million contract. All right,
What did
He got paid 2 cheeseburgers.
and he's being paid more annually than Patrick Mahomes. So, thoughts? Let's hear it.
Okay.
Don't
It's
hate
pretty
on-
bad.
hey,
You're telling
hey,
me
he got the
MVP
bag, but it's not. He's not that. He's not
He's
worth
not
that
that good,
much.
bro. He got one season of being good, now he's gonna go back to being bad. And the season before his contract, he's gonna go back to being good. And the Giants are gonna be stupid and pay him again.
Hey,
Giants franchise
he,
tag.
he did good this season. Okay?
I don't
You guys
understand why
can't-
they didn't pay Saquon, but they paid Daniel Jones, bro.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, can we pause? She has to go.
No, 20 minutes. That's what he said.
20 minutes? Oh my. Okay, I'll cut this out. Bro, I was
I'm gonna edit that
about
out.
to text him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna edit it out.
Okay. All right. Anyways, back to the NFL free
So-
agency.
Yeah, he's getting paid more than Patrick Mahomes, the MVP and arguably the next GOAT of the NFL. Which, okay.
That's
let's-
true, that's true, that's true, that's true.
it's
I'm laughing
yeah.
about the fact that Daniel Jones got paid more.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Because I wanted to spark a
That-
conversation about if Patrick Mahomes is the next GOAT.
He's
Okay.
not catching
Well,
up,
hold
but
on.
he is
Before
the
you talk
next
about that, I'm just saying they just changed the QB market, bro. You telling me Daniel Jones got paid that much? Patrick Mahomes' contract's about to go like.
I
It's gonna go through the roof.
If I'm the Giants, I just kind of just.
You
I
mess
like.
up the market.
Yeah, because I would have taken Lamar. In my opinion,
They're gonna
Lamar.
keep assets to trade if you want to keep Saquon. They got like no one. Like,
'Cause I think Lamar expressed disappointment that he didn't really want to stay with the Ravens, but we'll have to see how they do this season. But a healthy J.K. Dobbins, just
Lamar Jackson's never healthy though, so
yeah. Well, he didn't have a healthy season.
he never does.
Yeah, his MVP season.
He did that one.
No, Dennis, you want to add more opinions to our conversations?
Bro, I did.
Alright, keep going.
Okay. Anyways.
Alright, where will Derrick Henry go, bro? I know you're a Titans
Oh
fan.
yeah.
No one's ever gonna watch the Titans ever again after Derrick Henry leaves.
Not when we
bro.
get Lamar. I don't
Yeah,
want
we're
Lamar.
basically
Lamar,
just-
Lamar does not know how to pass the football. He only knows how to run. Though. Our field would be crazy though. Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson. We just run the ball like the Eagles do every play, bro.
Okay, what team would you guys want Derrick Henry to go to?
Obviously the Niners.
Obviously
I'm a
Niners,
fan.
but Niners do not have the cap space for
Hey,
that.
why would they need him, bro? They already got
No,
McCaffrey.
Yeah,
but
they-
you can play McCaffrey at the slot, and then you can
No,
have
Elijah
Derrick-
Mitchell's good.
Dude, you have like 3 running backs.
Yeah,
that are
but
decent,
still,
bro.
You-
Stop
if
being
you
greedy.
if you split their like workloads, right? Then obviously you're gonna have a way better run game, and because our whole like game, we're just based off of run
Yeah.
offense, right? So if we had, like whoever our QB is, Brock Purdy or Trey Lance, and then we also had Derrick Henry and McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel, then we'd be over.
I mean,
Derrick Henry's not gonna
I think
have
Debo
that.
Smith. Debo Smith is already
Deebo
decent.
Smith.
He's already a decent wide receiver, running back. I mean, we see that
Wide
evolution
back.
every year. We got Cordell Patterson at the wide receiver, running back. Even I think Jay Jettis is kind of moving into that role. Okay, he's not actually running the ball, but
He's
he's
doing a lot of
going.
motion, a lot of
He's going
motion.
from but yeah, it's really exciting to see these wide receivers going to become running backs and playing more of a role in the running game.
Let's talk about Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
'Cause he got cut like a few days ago, and no one's gonna re-sign him. I think his career's over.
Yeah, it's
It's
kind of
done.
depressing how he went to from the highest paid player in the league, the Eagles. Then he got injured. Then his backup basically won the Super Bowl, and now he's on the Commanders. And then Taylor
got cut.
Heineke kind of just
Does Carson Wentz have an MVP award?
no,
I
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think he actually might. I think he does have one MVP.
But yeah, not much to say about Carson Wentz. He had a cool career, I guess. Got paid hella bank.
Yeah, that's
but
all that matters.
Yeah, that's what people go to their jobs for. Anyways, let's talk
How
about.
much was his biggest career? How much is his biggest contract? I mean.
I don't know. I don't have the exact number.
Well, Carson Wentz was close to the MVP race, and now he's completely fallen off.
Yeah.
So
But he was like the Eagles offered him a massive contract.
Yeah.
And,
Nick Foles.
Nick
carried them to the
Foles.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Philly.
And then
Remember that.
obviously
Philly
in classic Philly special, they every 5 years they become a good team, go to the Super Bowl or make a deep playoff run, and then
Just Nick Foles.
All right.
So
So
let's talk about
to wrap up a little bit of this free agency, let's hit these last few players.
we're not wrapping
We're
up.
not gonna finish it, but let's start moving a little faster.
Okay, yeah.
The next person we got Jimmy G. Where's he going?
I want him to go to a good team. He's a good cornerback.
He'll leave.
Of course you want him to go to a good
Prefer-
team, but where do you think he's gonna go?
Preferably
Not
Aaron
to a good
Andrews also falls in there, if you know what I mean.
Loki, he might go back to the Patriots.
Aaron
bro.
Andrews.
Okay, buddy.
Bro, he might go back to the Patriots.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
Mac Jones is there, so.
Mac Jones
I guess the Jets,
sucks,
maybe
bro.
the
No,
Jets. I don't know. Jets
Bailey
don't
Zapp.
want- Bailey
Bailey
Zappi.
Zapp. Yeah, that
Now
man-
Brady's actually gonna go back to the Patriots.
Dude, see
Is he-
Brady's
is he
not
coming back?
Brady just cannot.
He's gonna unretire again.
Bro, he's trying to unretire the Dolphins, bro.
Because at the combine, he said he had. They're like just keep an eye out, and please just end it, Brady.
He's lost so much,
Dude,
bro.
you're
He has
done,
nothing
bro.
more to gain.
Hey, what if he comes back and wins a championship?
You should just play like the XFL or something like that, bro.
No. Don't even play football.
That will ruin your career.
No,
if you go to
he
the
wants to
XFL.
play-
Bro, he already got the
football.
bank
Play-
at ESPN. Why is he even?
Yeah,
why is-
exactly.
Why is this even
Dude,
a
He's
thing?
starting next year, though.
Tom Brady is the smartest mind in football. Imagine him as a color caster, just an analyst. That would be just a treat to watch, right?
Yeah, it would be. But seeing him play one more year would be crazy too, dog. The guy will play until he's 80, bro.
Speaking of 80
You have
years
great grandchildren watching him in the stands, bro.
Speaking of, actually, we should continue talking about Jimmy G. But yeah, where do you guys want Jimmy G to go?
I don't know.
Pat.
Raiders?
He could go to the Raiders. Who's the
Maybe Raiders stay with Jacob Stidham. But he did pretty good. in
Jarrett
Chelsea.
Stidham, yes.
Jarrett.
There's no way that guy cannot throw the ball far for 10 yards. They have to get somebody. I think they'll get someone from the draft. Maybe Will Levis, or Anthony
Who picked-
Richardson. So
Oh, yeah. We should have talked about the combine.
yeah,
this
that
year.
combine is fire,
Yeah.
bro. You see that one? They have some pretty good. There's a lot of good quarterbacks this draft class.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, him, Will Levis, C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, really exciting to
Bryce
see
Young, they're all good.
if all these QBs can live up to their height. Bryce Young, he's literally the height of Jacob. So, in my opinion, I don't think he's gonna do that good. He looks like Kyler Murray, but like
More arm strength,
More
and he's
arm
not
strength.
shorter. Wait, no, they're the same height.
no 5'8". He's 5'8".
Oh, no, wait, no. he's
Kyler
5'10".
Murray's 5'10".
Bryce Young is 5'10".
Bryce Young's 5'10". That's
Yeah.
literally your height.
Yo, what about that 25-year-old? I forgot his name.
The
dude-
Georgia guy?
Yeah.
Stetson Bennett.
Yeah.
See,
Stetson
the guy's
Bennett,
older
yeah.
than Patrick Mahomes.
Dude, he is old. I was like, that is not like a college
Patrick
kid.
Mahomes' age. Jarrett Stidham was 25. Mahomes is 27. So
Oh yeah.
Pretty sad.
Technically.
I'm pretty sure he's older than like half the quarterbacks in the league right now. He's older than Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Also, you know,
He's
that,
almost older than.
what was the name of
quarterback
that
already
D
wants
lineman who broke the who got like 4.39?
it. Oh no, he's a cornerback.
No, he was a D lineman.
No.
That was a lineman. I know one of the defensive backs got 4.34.
All right,
Anyways,
but
let's
go
Let's
faster.
get back to Jimmy G. But I think Jimmy G. There's a lot of teams who are QB needy, and maybe Jimmy G could play a good role as a backup, because there's a lot of good QBs on the market. So we'll have to see what happens.
Wait, hold on. That one guy, the Baylor cornerback, the guy I was trying to about, ran the 4.23.
Yeah,
That was
that is like that's
K'Lon
0.1
Barnes.
seconds off of the record, off of John Ross's record.
It's not. It's
John.
0.03. No, that is the record.
No, 4.22 is John Ross's
Oh,
record.
it's actually.
Tyreek could run it faster apparently though.
I'm calling
Tyreek
count.
runs a 4.1.
I'm
All right.
Dude,
Let's
that's sad.
Let's talk about
come
Yeah,
on.
like,
Let's talk about A-Rod. A-Rod
Yeah,
has
he's going to the
clearly
Jets, yeah.
expressed he is not staying with the Packers.
Bro, he gotta go to his hidey hole and figure himself
And-
out, bro.
Seeing how the Jets really need a QB other than Zach Wilson and Mike White, no, Aaron Rodgers. You know, same division, I think.
No,
Same
we're not
division.
even close.
Okay, dude, I don't know the divisions of this
The
shit.
Jets, the Patriots, the Dolphins, and the Bills.
Yeah, same thing. But yeah, I would love to see Aaron Rodgers stick with the go to the Jets because there's a lot of young talent on the Jets. You know,
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson, rookie offensive
Garrett Wilson,
player of the
Elijah
year.
Moore, some pretty solid receivers.
Uh,
Got
Brees Hall.
Yeah,
He's
Brees Hall's
strong.
really good.
Yeah, similar to Aaron, plays like Aaron Jones.
And they got a lot of good offensive linemen who are good. Elijah Vera Tucker. Yeah.
And yeah,
Should we move on to the other quarterbacks?
yeah, we already talked about Lamar. Let's talk about Saquon.
Yeah, how is
Arguably the
Saquon get
biggest-
franchise
Arguably
tag?
the biggest non-QB free agent on the market.
Debatably
And-
the two best players got franchise tag. Lamar
Yeah,
Jackson.
franchise tags.
And Josh Jacobs too.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Josh Jacobs did get
He did decline his fifth year. They declined
They
his
should have
fifth
paid
year
him,
option.
bro.
That
Like,
is
he did get paid.
probably the biggest mistake the Raiders have made, which is very.
Nah, their
tough.
biggest mistake was drafting that first round Alex Leatherwood guy. He had like the most penalties.
That's true.
Oh, the other guy, Jonathan Abrams, they cut like a week later.
Speaking of disappointments, let's talk about have a little short section on who was the biggest disappointment in the NFL this year. In my opinion, it's Russell Wilson, easily.
My
I
opinion,
agree.
Nathaniel Hackett,
Who?
the coach for the Broncos.
Oh
It-
yeah.
I-
Just a coach.
Dude, he's such a bad coach, bro. In order of coach rankings, he's like the worst coach you've ever seen, like ever coach a game, bro. He's
They're like,
terrible.
isn't like a woman coach one of the?
What?
Men or something? I don't know.
Dude, it's International Women's Month, bro. It's late. We're recording this on International Women's Day. Okay.
Is it today?
Yes, dude. My
Alright,
entire religion is spazzing out about it. Okay. Yeah, Russell Wilson. Man, just a rough year.
It wasn't his
That
fault.
was
But you see
not-
that last like game where
Yeah,
the
he-
coach got fired. Russell Wilson had like 250
Yeah,
yards and
That
three
was
touchdowns
a
without
really
the
good.
coach.
That was a really good.
It's cut. Nathaniel Hackett is possibly the worst coach ever. I'm sure his watch. He did not know how to tell time, bro. He looks at a clock and says it's 12 o'clock every time, bro.
Another bust, Zach Wilson, because he busted someone else. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
Zach
dude,
Wilson
that
is just
was
naturally bad, bro.
That was kind of just like.
That's Zach
Jets
Wilson.
needed a good QB. He did
Are you
not
saying
deliver.
Dennis probably not seen anything?
Dennis
left,
is
bro.
okay.
Dennis is locked in.
Dennis is losing half his levels, bro. Like he keeps.
Bro,
keeps
you
like,
keep watching him, dog.
Yeah, because it's
no,
so
I
sad.
I did my.
He's like on level like 88 right now. He's been on level like 87 for 3 years at this
Ah.
point.
Come on, bro. We're gonna watch you make.
We were talking about Dame by the time he was at level
Yo, speak-
87.
All right. This dude's been playing since math, bro.
All right. Anyways, we know Dennis is failing all his classes. He's gonna get cut from the podcast too. Gonna get replaced by the cameraman. But anyways, I think we talked about everyone in terms of NFL. Is there anything we're missing?
Wait, Jacob. I remember you said Gabe Davis was one of your biggest disappointments
Oh, yeah,
this year.
he
He was so overhyped coming in, right?
Yeah, because everybody expected him after his 4-touchdown game against the Chiefs. No, like 400 yards, and the guy legit.
He was
I
just
don't think he scored
unguarded.
more than 4 touchdowns all season. So
Yeah. And now the Chiefs are the champions.
yeah,
You know?
the Chiefs are good.
So yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
Taylor
much
Jones get paid
that's
more
pretty
than
much it for
basketball.
today.
Bills had plot armor.
All right. Wait. Here. We're gonna do 3 quick questions. We're gonna add these for some YouTube shorts that we're gonna post. Let's ask them here so we can get everyone here's opinion first. First, Zion or AD with no injuries?
Zion.
Me personally, AD with no injuries is an absolute beast, dropping a double at least every single game.
Man, I just
I'm
want to watch
taking
Zion. I just want to watch
easily,
Zion. I just
easily.
like watching Zion play.
I'm taking Anthony
He's a
Davis.
football
I'm
player.
taking David, AD too.
Yeah,
He's a
he's
football
the
player on
Zion.
the basketball court and literally is just built like a literal machine.
But can he do what AD does on defensive and offensive end? Like, can he
Yeah,
shoot like AD can shoot too?
80 can shoot, yeah, but
You don't need to shoot if you're 400 pounds and you just run straight
Yeah.
to everyone.
and then
But
DK
80
Metcalf or AJ Brown. I'm
Oh,
going
that's
with
AJ Brown all day.
AJ
DK Metcalf all day.
I'm also going with
AJ
DK.
And if
Metcalf.
you're seeing the
That-
similarities, I'm picking people who are physical.
AJ Brown is very physical, bro.
Okay, next question. Who is more hated, the Cowboys or the Eagles? I'm gonna go with
Eagles.
Cowboys.
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 Cowboys are
Well, we're Niners
American
fans, so
team.
obviously we hate Cowboys, but Eagles
Both
like
teams are hated. bro.
Eagles fans, in my opinion, are the worst people. Like, have
I-
you seen like the reactions to the Super Bowl?
I don't really
They
hate
were
the Eagles
they
fans,
flipped
bro.
cars over, like in riots. The Phillies
All right.
police.
You did the
did
same when we
stink.
lost to the Eagles. So it's
No,
alright.
we
Did
didn't.
you know in
We
Philadelphia they have to
literally-
put like stuff on the poles so people don't climb them?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
so weird. Who's climbing poles?
All right, last question. This is one that I'm just gonna choose. Who are the top 5 guards in the NBA right now?
We talked about this last
We
week.
literally
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about this
Yeah,
last
about
week.
John Morant.
John Morant's still top.
John
three.
Morant's
He's
Ja
not even
Morant
top
is
3.
the
He's
number
not
one
even- he's
shooter
not
of
even-
all time, bro. He's
Not even
automatic
close.
for
Different
range.
off the court.
Alright, here mine. Stephen. No specific order. 'Cause I'm not trying to.
Get anyone mad?
Yeah. For sure we have Curry, Luka,
SGA.
Ja,
Uh,
Dame, and Kyrie.
Where's
so you're
SGA?
You're gonna have Ja over SGA?
Yeah, SGA.
Where's Harden? Actually, Harden. You can't really put him.
Harden kinda fell off.
Dude, look at the Thunder record, bro.
Alright.
You clearly see the Grizzlies need it. They're 2 games.
You.
They lost both games. They cannot finish in the fourth quarter.
go.
Mine is basically his, but instead of Ja, it's Shea.
Okay, Dennis?
Luka, Dame, Curry, Shea, and Tyrese.
That's
4.
right. Where's Curry?
5.
Oh wait.
That's 5.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
That's right.
Alright.
Okay.
Mine, okay, bro.
Well, we don't really
No,
care.
no. Alright, I'm gonna go. I got Curry, Luka, SGA, Dame, and it's either Tyrese or Kyrie. I don't know. One of them.
I would go with Tyrese.
Yeah,
Tyrese kind of carries most time in the rest of the things too.
Alright, that's
So
it.
that's pretty much it for this
That'll be your
episode.
great guess after.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you
Hey,
later.
smoking up back. Hey, yeah. Hey, that bitch show me that back. Hey, what? Hey, I'm blowing up fast. Yeah. Hey, you know I'm next. Yeah, hey, collecting rings like I'm Sonic. Bitches wanna party. Virus getting heavy, so I got 'em on a diet. Yeah, flex like I'm Hogan. Yo, bitch coming over. We respect the women, so I'm rubbing on his shoulders. Hey.